Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is the beginning of the month, the wonderful month of May, which hopefully means all this Colorado snow is over. Probably not. We've gotten snow in May, so, but fingers crossed it is. So today I thought I would do a May monthly plan with me as we get ready for the month of May. So just a little recap. I do like to use 3 different planners. I use my Passion Planner, I use a Plum paper planner, and I use a content planner. I'm actually switching to a new Plum paper planner for May. This is the daily format, and I think it's just going to be easier to use this daily format and my Passion Planner cohesively, because I've been using, and I might still use this planner. I mean, I might as well because I have it. But I've been using the Plum paper vertical priorities layout. And while I love this layout, don't get me wrong, it's basically, I use it the same way as I would my Passion Planner. And so I'm finding myself to be a little repetitive when it comes to planning. So we're still figuring that out. I love my Plum paper planners. I do enjoy the fact that it doesn't have to be so pretty and perfect all the time. But my Passion Planner, I mean, I can't ever leave it. It's become a part of me now. And I mean, coming from a business perspective, most of my clientele, all my customers, majority of you use the Passion Planner, so I do still feel like it's important for me to use this planner, and there's no reason for me not to use it, so we're gonna use it. So I might still use my other vertical priorities Plum paper planner. I'm not quite sure yet, but I am really excited to use the daily just because I think that this layout is really gonna help me so much more than using 2 vertical layout type planners. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm actually gonna set the Plum paper planner aside and the content planner aside, and we're gonna dive into the Passion Planner first because I have a lot going on in May and I really need, look at all those post-it notes. They're so messy and wonderful. I definitely do think I'm a more messy planner at heart. It just helps to have stickers. So yeah, organized chaos. But really, like, this is my life, you know, so yeah, little sneak peek. So what I'm using, I'm obviously gonna use my May monthly planner kit. This has a cute little succulent theme. Julia picked this out because it's also her birthday month, so I let her pick out the theme and she fell in love with the succulents. So that's what we're using for this month. So the first thing I'm gonna do is do these big strips along the top. And then I'm gonna use the big squares to cover these gray squares in the monthly spread. Then I'm going to set this first page aside and grab this second page, which has all these big stickers to go around the edge. I like to do my monthly spread just like I do my weekly spread. Almost got a crease in there, but I saved it. And then this little memory keeping sticker over the mind map section. The easy part's done. Now to deal with the actual month, which is the hard part. I can actually throw away this post-it note because we already did that. So go us. I think I'm gonna lay out these holidays really quick because I don't think any of them intertwine with my post-it notes. I might run downstairs and grab some extra little deco stickers, because we're officially 50 days away from my wedding, which is a big deal. And everything's kind of getting wedding filled. And so it would be cute, because when else am I going to use wedding stickers, you know? Like, might as well use them now, because we only have, you know, a little less than 2 months to use them. So I might go grab a couple. Okay, now that those have been placed, I'm not a big fan of using the numbers. They're just too much work. I'm not the biggest user of my monthly spreads, so the quicker, the better. I'm gonna use these little single bars to kind of cover some of the more important dates in my planner. The first up is my bridal shower on the 11th. Come here. Also, like, do you love this Post-it note? I just like tore it to fit the space. Yep. Not mad about it either. I can hear Amy Cope in my head though going, oh my gosh, why would you do that? Yep. I did it. I'm also going to use my little Pilot razor point pen. It's one of my favorites. It's just a generic felt tip pen, nothing special. It's a little finer than a Sharpie pen, so I like it better than that. I do have a doctor's appointment on the 21st. I'm gonna actually write it because it's in this weird crease and I don't like writing there. So I like using these little washi strips that are included in the Pro and the compact size. They're sometimes included in the Classic. It depends on if I can squeeze them in or not, because the monthly kits for the Passion Planner can be a little tricky depending on how many gray squares there are each month. But I like to use these little washi strips for tracking like times. So like my bachelorette party is Memorial Day weekend. So I'm going to use the washi strips for that. I'm also using my trusty slice precision cutter to cut the stickers without cutting all the way through my planner. It's one of my favorite tools to use for planning. And this guy should be dry. He was probably dry, I mean, right after I wrote it, but nothing bugs me more than smeared ink. Perfect, and then I have one more section to use the washi strip on. Okay, that's all the big things. Nothing too crazy. I'm trying to think of like a couple random things that I might need to jot down, but no, I think that's it. I mean, it's one of those things that I'll add to it as I go, but it looks a whole lot better than it did with all the little Post-it notes all over the place. So I'm happy with it. I'll go ahead and like fill out this section as needed, but for now, let's move on to our next planner since we do have 3 planners to go through. I don't want to drag this video on any longer than it needs to be. So let's go ahead and shut our Passion Planner. And I'm going to grab my new daily Plum paper planner. One thing I love about Plum paper planners is that you can pick what start month you want your planner to start on, which is just so handy. Like, why isn't that a thing more often, especially with coil bounds? Like, it's so easy. So this one started in May, and I have, this is like brand new, started making monthly kits to go with the Plum paper planner as well. Just because it's so just meh. It needs some pizzazz. So they are gonna match the same theme as the Passion Planner kits, but they're gonna fit the Plum paper planner. So I have already tested them out a little bit, obviously to make sure sizing wise that they fit okay. So like I did with the Passion Planner, I'm gonna start by putting these little headers along the top. So let me know. I know I actually have a couple Plum paper planner watchers, which I love. I've never been one to use an Erin Condren. I've never used an Erin Condren. I know. And so I'm not very familiar with Erin Condren sticker kits because I've never used an Erin Condren and I've never ordered an Erin Condren sticker kit. So I'm not quite sure what's included in an Erin Condren sticker kit that you would want included in a Plum paper sticker kit. I just included what I thought would be useful. So that's what I did. And then I made a little cover for this sidebar. I'm using, instead of doing lines though, because I like to give you guys freedom to use this space for whatever you want, because it's your planner and you should be able to do whatever you want. So instead of doing lines, I did think of doing lines, and it's gonna be really hard to see on this camera. I did a dot grid instead, and it is a small dot grid because I hate big dots. I like the tiny dot, okay? And so I did a dot grid, so if you wanna draw in a chart, you can draw in a chart. If you wanna do like a habit tracker, you know, you can do a really like a long skinny with the dates, you know, so it's this way instead of that way. Little habit tracker, or draw in whatever you want. You still have the structures of lines if you want lines, but you have the freedom to do that with whatever you want in that space. I like to give you guys the options. And then of course I did the little month at a glance at the bottom for June. I didn't fully match the font just because I don't like those fonts together. And that's just my graphic design opinion. Don't get me wrong, I love those fonts separately, but together they're not my favorite, but to each their own. Boom. Fits like a glove. There's a line on this, and I don't know if it's like a rogue line that's in the file that printed, or if it's like from my printer. It's probably, I don't know. And then, okay, so this is where it gets a little tricky, because these guys are weird as far as a graphic design perspective goes. They're weird. So I did do, like with the Passion Planner, how the Passion Planner has the gray squares. I did do gray squares, but I did them full length because I did. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna place those first, and then I'm gonna place my days of the week, which now that I'm looking at it, there's a lot of succulents going on here, but okay, so go something like that. And then you can place your days of the week stickers. There we go. Over the top of that. So like I said, the May is a little succulent happy with the days of the weeks, which I didn't think of when I made it. I just liked using the succulent pattern, so it might be a little crazy. And then what I did was, instead of doing the numbers like individually, because that's just so time consuming and I hate doing it, I just made little strips with the numbers on them. And again, it's going to be a little succulent happy right here. So I probably will change that before I actually list this kit. And yeah, you just peel them and stick them. So then you don't have to place each individual number, because they're never straight and they never line up and it just looks messy. It's like washi strip numbers. You know, and now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I'll do the gray boxes just like a color that matches, so then it's not weird. You know how the patterns don't line up? I like that idea. I might have to do that. I really like that idea. And then it won't be so busy. Yes. Okay. We're thinking out loud while we're filming. Just like my Passion Planner kits, it also comes with holiday covers. I like to include, of course, the holidays that are included in your planner, but I also like to add a couple fun ones. We're learning, and it's gonna be weird, and I'm not gonna like it, but it's okay, because it's in my planner and it's not in your guys' planner, and I get to test everything before I give it to you guys. So yeah. It's so much fun making planner stickers, isn't it? So it's like I said, it's a little succulent crazy, but I'm gonna make some adjustments before I list it in the shop, and I think it's gonna look a ton better once I do that. I tested it out before and it was just like solid colors. I didn't have a pattern like placed yet because I wanted to check the sizing. And now that I'm looking at it all placed, I'm like, it's a little wild in here. So one thing I also included is you have all these fun different header things. And those will fit in this little column space if you want to use them here, or they'll also fit in the column spaces here at least. They'll fit like close to perfect in your daily squares in the 7x9 size. It's a little different in the A5 and the 8.5x11, just because the squares they're not conveniently this size. So, which I love having all these options. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna kind of copy what I did with my passion planner, because it just depends really what planner's open sometimes. So it's gonna be the same, but I'm okay with that because I'm not the biggest monthly spread user. And sometimes if this planner is closer to me than my passion planner, then I'm gonna look at it because it's right there. Okay, this is it for the Plum paper one. Like I said, there are some things I'm gonna change around design-wise, but overall I really like it. Everything fits really nicely, and I really do like these little strips. I dig that. I kind of wanna do it with the passion planner, but I just don't have a lot of space anymore because the passion planner has so many extra little spaces for stickers already. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this, especially if you're a Plum paper planner user. I would love to hear what you have to say when it comes to monthly kits. I'm totally gonna use these guys, but I'm just gonna tuck them in here for now, and then when I'm more in a mental like, yeah, let's like make some goals, then I'll use those. But for now, we'll close this up and we're gonna pull out the big old content planner. I love this planner. It is the first year that I'm using it. I had it filled out for April, and I will admit it was a little hard to follow because it was so crazy, but I do think it was hard to follow because it was hard to follow in my other planners, and now that I'm using a daily planner, I think it'll be easier to follow, hopefully. If that makes sense, you know? It's all in my brain. I have gone ahead and filled out the monthly challenge, which I really like, and there are some really good prompts that I will use on my Chelsea Brown Designs Instagram, which makes me really happy because it makes content planning just that much easier, because content planning isn't always easy. And I have my good days and my bad days, and I've been in a little bit of a slump. I've been doing better though. This whole week I've been doing really good with content, and I'm proud of myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and start filling some things out, and yeah, if I have things to talk about, then I will talk about them. I'm not sure, I'm looking back and there's just so much color. Oh my gosh, it looks like chaos. So I'm like, no wonder I couldn't follow it. I get what I was trying to do, but something like this, so this is February. I mean, let's even go to March, because March wasn't that bad. It's so much easier to follow than this. I think I went a little crazy with the stickers and the colors. Funny. Okay, so we're gonna bring it back a little bit and just focus on this. So yes, I'm gonna fill out some things because I already have some things scheduled, and then fill out everything else. Okay, here is my content planner. I'm liking this a whole lot better than this. It's definitely, this is just so crazy. I will go through and highlight. I don't have any of my highlighters up here, but I'll go through and highlight and color code. I'm feeling really confident about the content for May. There's going to be a lot of fun things going on, especially May leads into June. So there's going to be some fun new releases that I'm really excited to share with you guys. And May is going to be a good month for prepping for the academic planner launch, because those have started shipping out. So the academic themed things are going to start popping up for the month of May as well. So I'm really excited about that, and I actually feel really good about this content plan, and I feel like this is really doable. It's easy to write things down and be like, okay, yeah, I'm totally gonna do this, and then the day comes and it doesn't happen. I'm sure we've all been there. So it's always nice to have a plan and be like, yes, this is feasible, instead of constantly running around like a crazy person when you're trying to plan out your content. So I do feel really confident in this. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up. If you're like, what's this? This is the Plum Paper Planner Notebook. And I specifically have this little checklist. It's hard to fit in the frame. It's like a little bigger than my camera's a little too close for this, but it's perfect for like the Passion Planner. But I just have a little checklist section, and I have all of my listings. I'm going through and updating a lot of them so that they say Passion Planner or they say Plum Paper Planner on the thumbnail of the listing, so you don't accidentally click a listing for the incorrect planner. So it's a little tedious because I obviously have a lot of listings. I'm color coding what's done and what's not done, and obviously there's a lot to do still. So when I am planning my content, I do like to reference this so I can remember, okay, I need to feature these stickers, because if I need to take pictures of them for social media, then I'll take pictures of them for Etsy and get the listing updated as well. So it kind of, you know, serves a double purpose. So I'm gonna go ahead and close everything up. I hope you enjoyed this little mini, maybe not so mini because it was 3 planners worth of monthly planning. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I love answering questions, so please let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys next time for another planner-filled video. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Bye!